This is Making Moves, and we're 50,000 Rand to invest in a business. 13 entrepreneurs will come face to face with our panel of judges to pitch for this investment.
So what's the plan?
Your business could be in line to win this grand prize and our Money in the Bank series. Your business could be operating from home, the streets, or at a fancy office, normally from a bicycle. Oksalayo, we are looking for you. Only 4 entrepreneurs will make it to the final episode to pitch for that investment. Watch Making Moves every Monday, 2 p.m. on SABC 1, Mzansi for sure.
I would just like to motivate that this 50,000 investment will do us good, and it will help to increase our revenue by at least 30 to 50%.
Where do you get this number, increase your revenue or increase your profit by 30 to 40%?
Ukudla kungawenza noma kuchithe umcimbi. Lawo mazwi lawo adlala iqhaza elikhulu kakhulu ke empilweni yakhe ke uThanthi ophuma lapha kwa Reve Productions. Uyabona ke lentokazi lena ke yona ihlezi ifuna izindlela ezahlukahlukene ezomsiza ukuthi ke yena akhetherele izidingo ke ezamakhasimende akhe njengoba ke nawo anezidingo ezahlukile. Namhlanje lentokazi izoxoxisana nathi ukusitshela ukuthi ke iyiphi ke lemfihlwanayo lena yenza ukuthi amakhasimende akhe ehlezi ephinda ebuya eza kuyena. Futhi ke ikuphi ke lokakwenza yena ke kwenza ukuthi ahluke kunalamanye amabhizinisi asebenza kuwona lo mkhakha.
I am Thanthi Sepeng, owner and founder of Reve Productions. This is the company within the hospitality industry. We provide catering services to corporate clients, government departments, and this is for their training sessions, meetings, workshops, seminars, as well as their day-to-day food deliveries. What makes us unique is that we focus on the client's specific needs. So we are client-oriented, and we strive to meet the expectations and exceed them while remaining competitive. You can find us at www.reveproductions.co.za. Hi, Making Moves. Welcome to Reve Productions. As you can see, I've just came back from delivering breakfast at a client's premises. We have now got to start preparing for lunch that needs to leave in about an hour or so. Join us as we go through. As you can see, I'm operating from home while we transition into our industrial kitchen that's being renovated at the moment. Let's walk in and see what we prepare for lunch. Ke simolola go bankanya salad ya rona ya ntlha pineapple, sultanas, le celery. It's an alternative more coleslaw. So o ka nna wa dirisa ke fela gore yone e sweet nyana go phala coleslaw. Ke tsene mo industry ena ke simolola ka di-events go tloga ke fetsa ko matric ke tsena ko Batswana ko Mafikeng ke ra di-events, and then ka tla mo Pretoria ka study business communications ke major ka public relations, marketing, communications le zona di-events, and then ka bereka ko Cape Town in a hotel. So ke mo ke neng exposed to hospitality as a whole. Ka nna le opportunity ya go travel abroad as well. So from then on, ke mo ke simolotseng ka rata go dira di-events, ka rata go apeya, ka rata dijo, ke bereka ka tsona, ke thusa mo ke thusang ka tsone. Ka 2009, I registered a company, and then from there, I started catering in 2013. ke rana restaurant ko toropong e bitswa Centurion le mo Bruce Street le Andres, and then e serva African cuisine le di normal tse di grilliwang di braiwa di khadikiwa. From then on ka simolola go dira catering specifically for the client go di office tsa bona ke delivera, and then ke tswela fela yalo ka yona. How are you doing with the stew, Uncle George?
The stew is getting there.
Okay.
Yeah, just waiting for. I met Thanthi in 2008. She got some kind of job for cooking for 750, and I was contacted to do that job for them. And that's how I met her. My daily responsibility is when she brings in order from offices, I make sure I cook. Like today, I'm doing Irish stew. It's a kind of lamb stew. And I'm doing spinach with feta cheese stuffed in a chicken breast. That's the main thing today.
So now we are leaving. We are going to deliver the food at our client, James Medical Aid Scheme in Hillcrest. And then from there, we're going to go to Centurion to visit an own client to remind her of our services and give her a food tasting. Ke kry-a di-client tsaka through dikopano tsa di-company, go na le di-presentation, how the company di pitcha the business tsa bone to the corporate clients, le di-network events, le word of mouth.
Ha ke qala ho tla ka Reve production ke fuwe di contacts tsa Thanthi ke one of my colleagues from Go Governance. Ampotsa ke sa le motjha ke qala ho like le first time ke batla ho supply catering, and then bampa di contacts tsa Thanthi. Then I called her, and then ampa di price tsa high le di menu tsa high, and then I get my own menu because batho ha re je dijo tse tshwanang. And then Thanthi ampa di contacts the menus are high, and then I started using her from 2013.
You know, I always say to people the attentiveness to the detail and the delight they give when they give service. It's what makes us to go back to them now and again. Unfortunately, we cannot just have one company providing service for the entire week. Hence, Reba Kopanya le ba bang me khaelo khotsa khotalo ena e banang le yone le boitumelo jo eleng gore ba fa batho dijo ka bone ke bone bo irang gore nako le nako re boele go go bona.
I think that when these cameras are off, you better leave these plates behind.
Of course. You took words from my mouth.
Sure, I've never had chat like it. It's very, very nice.
Really?
Well done. Well, thank you very much.
Is the pineapple on season?
Oh, but
Because it tastes amazing.
we move mountains.
What lessons did you learn other than being present and not having a split focus? What else did you learn from the first restaurant experience?
uThanthi yena ke wazalelwa lapha emaphandleni angaphandle lapha eMafikeng. Ngemva kokuthi ke yena ke eqede umatibelitsheni wakhe weza lapha ePitoli azofuna amadlela alihlaza. Namhlanje le ntokazi lena ke ibiza iPitoli ikhaya lakhe. sithole ithuba lapho sixoxisane naye kabanzi asichazela ngemvelaphi yakhe futhi nokuthi yena ukhule kanjani.
Away, she's here.
Thanthi nka mo tlhalosa ya ka motho o siameng thata o nang le tlotlo le maitseo.
Loving, or very supportive, or very kind as well. I mean, I can phone her at 12 and be like, Kazi, happy so, and she's willing to always help.
Here sobokanya tse tsotlhe character ya Thanthi. Thanthi ke motho wa berekang le batho, wa berekisana le batho. Okay, always wa tshega. And una le pelo nyane, but people ba ka se notice. Una le pelo nyane.
Ke goletse ko Mafikeng, ke tsaletse ko Gelexpane ko Plasing. And then later on, ra movela ko Mafikeng, where ke tseneng high school ko teng.
Go goleng ga Thanthi le koko wa gagwe. Koko wa gagwe ne le mogokgo wa sekolo e le farmer. Alema midi, alema le sonoblomo mo Plasing. So Thanthi o goletse mo Plasing.
Tsena ko sekolong sene nkgolo wa ka ne le mogokgo ko go sona. Go ne go le monate because o tla nagana gore o kgona go dira sengwe le sengwe and then ba tla go tlogela because ngwana ga mogokgo. No, ne go sa iragele yalo. Ma teacher ale ana a tshwara tipo ka bogaleng. Ne ba sa go tlogele o ira boithatelo ba gago fela.
Okay. Thanthi utla wena. Re tsamaya yana ka.
Go gae ne tshameka mo strateng re tshameka di-teen ne ba di bitsa po di-Chicago, dibeke, diketo ne re tshameka all sorts of games ke na le mabadi a mantsi tota mo maotong a bontsha. Life ya ko Plasing e ne e le interesting. Ha bana ba bang ba tshameka ka dikoloi ko strateng ko locationeng gona ne re tshameka re tibisa dikoko mo jarateng re tswalla re disa dinku re di tswalla mo masakeng le dikgomo re tshameka le dintja re tshamekela ko masimong ko mmiding o kry ne kongwe re ja letlhaka la mmidi re utlwa maoto a tla re sia re kgapola ke diterata. Okay, so Thanthi, yeah, as Kazinaka, she's like an older sister, you know? Because I can't have any older sisters, so I've always taken her as my older sister. We're both mothers, so she's just been a phenomenal role model as May, you know, to me. You know, you know, part of the reason why she's very driven. For me, that's a very, 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 very big point for her because even when business was struggling or you know, you don't have as many clients as you think you should have, she's always been focused on the goal, you know, very goal-driven, very hardworking.
If I support tsala or ira sa tshwantseng go sira in the family, she does that ka botswa pelo. And recently, in the last few years, ke lemogile gore mo businessing she's driven and has stopped go bereka and o khothaletse mmereko ga ge thata.
All in all, nkare ke motho o ratang batho, motho o ratang go bereka, motho o ratang go thabisa batho le di-client, motho o ratang go phumelela mo botshelong, o driven, o ratang dilo, o sa tshabeng sepe. and o na le ditoro tse di tona for bophelo ba gagwe, you know.
Ngemva kokuthi ibhizinisi lakhe lokuqala lingaphumeleli, uThanthi ukholelwa ukuthi lele lesibili lona lizoya phambili futhi liphumelele. Le ntokazi lena ke yona iyafunga iyagomela ukuthi ke ngeke kusajika ibhizinisi lona liya phambili futhi nalo lwazi analo lizomsiza. Njengamanje ulapha e-studio sethu kuba nodlwana ondlebeni noPepsi. Lapho khona ezomchazela kabanzi ukuthi imaphi lamasu anawo azomsiza ngebhizinisi lakhe ukuthi lindlondlobale.
So I've just arrived at the Making Moves studios, and I'm looking forward to the interview with Pepsi and the coaching mentorship session that will help me grow the business.
Thanthi's entrepreneurship journey has had lots of ups and downs since she started Reve Productions 7 years ago. The business seems to be picking up as she's planning to move into a new restaurant in a month's time. She's here to talk a little bit more about the restaurant and taking the business to the next level. Thanthi, welcome to Making Moves.
Thank you.
All
right,
right. Apparently you're from Mafikeng.
Hey.
I used to party a lot in Mafikeng a very long time ago.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I'll tell you stories when we're off camera. Okay, so it's been 7 years now.
Yes.
Growth at the beginning was very fast, and it seemed to slow down a little bit. So it kind of and then leveled out. What's going on?
It started out fast. Immediately after I resigned at my last job, I had associates in Mafikeng that had events that were coming up, and so we partnered in delivering those events. And then from then it just stabilized and just became stable. Sorry. And so then, because of the organizations that I joined in terms of networking and getting access to markets, it started picking up again, and I started getting more clients, and we focused more on catering deliveries rather than event management. And so that's what's been keeping the business alive for so long. From 2013, the focus has been solely on catering, and now we are also branching into restarting the event side of the business.
Okay, so I understand the catering and the event side of the business. Restaurant,
Restaurant, especially on the catering side of the business, because we find that we service 3 to 4 orders per day, and if we operate from a bigger premise, an industrial kitchen, it will assist us in order to deliver quality, timeliness, orders that are prepared up to scratch every time, and so we don't compromise on the service delivery. So in the restaurant, we are saying that because we will focus on the catering deliveries and the restaurant, so that we can get walk-ins that will be able to sustain the daily cash flow of the business, other than relying on the monthly 30-day payment terms from the clients.
Okay, well, it seems like quite a nice, elegant solution to combine the two. What happened with the last restaurant that you opened? Because this is not the first one, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
That first one that we did, we had an opportunity to run it for 6 months, right? One, at the time I had another company that was focused in the construction industry for maintenance and renovations. So I had split responsibilities. And so I had put in a manager and systems in place for the restaurant, but because I was not there daily with the operations of the restaurant, it didn't do as well as it should have. And at the end of the 6 months period, we decided to close it down and continue with the catering services off of outside of the restaurant to the clients.
Have you found a location yet?
We have found a location. We are in talks with the landlords. We're still, ironing out the lease agreement details. Although we're getting advice not to just focus on that one specifically, and to look at another option that might be a bit more, how do I put it, a bit more cozy, a bit more, or rather a smaller place, so that we don't bite off too much that we can chew at the start and then end up crashing.
What lessons did you learn other than being present and not having a split focus? What else did you learn from the first restaurant experience?
I learned that service is quite important, and food industry is a very sensitive industry to work with, because we're dealing with people's health, people's events, meetings, functions, and catering is the single most aspect of an event that can ruin everything. So we now pay much more detail to the things that we do. We are now focused solely on the client's brief. We do strive to meet and exceed the expectations, of course. And also we are, looking at ways to manage our cash flow, our staff, our ordering systems better than we did the first time, so that we don't end up at the same position that we did. Okay.
And then just quickly, the restaurant. So if you do go ahead with the restaurant and you open it, what's going to make it different?
So my head chef is a well-experienced, well-traveled chef, and he's been to various countries in the world. So he's able to create dishes that are from Italy, Spain, Asia, all that you can think of. So what we bring into the new restaurant is that it will be a different concept every week. So we introduce a lifestyle, certain type of lifestyle. We don't just focus on doing African food, mohodu, tlakwana, or your cosmopolitan food that you'd find, at any other tashas, for example. But we bring in a whole lifestyle, and we introduce you to different types of menus and countries and tastes, paired with good beverages that will ensure that we have customers coming in through per week. Okay. So other than the kitchen, I mean, it is an interesting concept to flip it every week and have food from different countries. I think it's very interesting. Back to the catering business, what are some of the challenges, other than an industrial kitchen, what are some of the other challenges that you face in that business? Some of the challenges that I face in that business, one is the cash flow, because you service clients that pay within 30 days. And while you're waiting for that payment, the next order comes through, which you need to service. But we have now, negotiated with our other clients that we use lesser payment terms in order to be able to mitigate that challenge. And we are also working with a company called No C Consult, which focuses on accounting services. So they will also help to manage our bookkeeping and our financial records, that we are able to survive and not just, get in trouble in terms of cash flow management going forward. Okay. Well, thank you very much. I wish you the best. I hope the restaurant works out and the catering business works out. And just to help nudge you along the way, I'm going to send you off for a coaching session. And hopefully it will shift some of your thinking. Thank you, I'd appreciate that. Okay. Thanthi has outlined her plans and told us how the new restaurant will feed into the rest of her business. I'm sending her for a coaching session with Palesa Mabidilala so she can find ways to get inspired, generate new ideas of how she's going to grow her business, and also avoid making the same mistakes that she's made in the past. I'm hoping to go into the coaching session to get out information and insight as to how we can streamline and how we are able to then solidify our strategy in order to grow as a business into the catering and the restaurant, and also to be able to access more clients base and more access to funds. I watched you interacting with Pepsi, talking about your unique selling proposition, and this is something that I think comes up, that you don't actually know how great you actually are. I like your company. I like what I've read up about it. And I see that you are focused now on your catering business. So let's just talk a little bit about that. Initially, we were looking at 3 components of your company: the catering, the restaurant, and the events management. I think what's become clear is we can't look at 3 components that are that big that haven't started yet, because each of them have got their own growth strategy. So I think what would be wise is for us to look at the 3 different components as 3 different businesses for now, and then focus on one. So I have big concerns about having 3 businesses into one company, right? Entrepreneurs will tend to add things because opportunities will come their way, and then they add something to their business, trying to make more money, and then add more and more and more, until you actually have nothing. She is right. I do see her point in that we are spreading ourselves too thin across the 3 components of the business. So as a result, now focusing on the catering, which is the existing, and more solid business component. And we've got an existing client base that we already service. And so we just would need to incorporate more clients and more ideas and more focused strategies into that one before we can embark on the other 2 components of the business.
So I want to talk about what's new that you want to do in your business. What's the new idea that you want to bring in so that you can have regular cash flow in your company?
So I want to start delivering food daily to the corporates so that we are able to meet daily cash flow services. We also want to put in a fruit basket for fruitful offices that will deliver to the employees in the companies, that will be used in a way of wellness and a holistic wellness for the company as well, that they deliver to their employees. So that's a full package for daily deliveries, daily fruit deliveries, and as well as the regular meetings and training sessions that they normally have.
Her catering business, I think, is a good business. As much as catering is so oversubscribed and there's so many catering companies, if you've been able to penetrate the market the way that she has, then you obviously have something and you can grow that. So her low-hanging fruit is the catering business. The events management business and the restaurant, I think she should park those for now until she's able to grow the catering company. The other thing that I think you need to start looking at is a social media strategy. I think you need to make sure that you are packaging the food that you do. You are in a catering environment. There are thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of catering companies.
Of course.
Any mama with a stove can form a catering company. Very difficult for you to penetrate this market if your strategy is, I just deliver food, right? That is not what's gonna make you unique. I watched you interacting with Pepsi, talking about your unique selling proposition, and this is something that I think comes up, that you don't actually know how great you actually are. She doesn't know what makes her unique. And she has something because she's been able to get good clients. So she has something, but I don't think she knows what it is because she's not packaging it, she's not selling it, and when you ask her, she can't answer that question.
We do have a marketing plan. We just need to solidify on certain aspects like social media. We do have an online presence, we just need to be more active on it, and do an online ordering service as well. That will also help with the daily food at different corporates.
Now, your pitch. You have 4 minutes. Make that 4 minutes count. There are 4 things that I want you to make sure that comes out of that interview. 1, who you are and why you are great. The second thing I want you to make sure that comes out in that pitch. What is the next idea? Tell us why you think it's going to be a success, right? Back it. Right. 3, what the 50,000 rand is going to be used for. If I get this money, this is what I want to put my money towards.
Yes.
And then lastly, please make sure you have a breakdown. Sometimes there's more than one item. It's good just to have an idea. And if you're going to say marketing, put in there marketing. And it would be great if you can just motivate a little bit about what you mean when you say marketing.
Marketing, okay.
Okay.
All right. I found my coaching session with Palesa very interesting, very enlightening, very eye-opening in a sense that it gave me more thoughts, to go back to the drawing board and really streamline the business and also focus on the strategy going forward, and also to look at the reason why we are so great and then why everybody does business with us currently and why we want the next clients to do business with us.
Ngithini kaya buti? Ngikhona dadewethu. Ubuyile uzophisha namhlanje. Usizwa kanjani?
I'm feeling excited. I'm a bit nervous, but I'm hoping I'll be able to calm down the nerves and articulate what I need to when I'm inside.
Yini into ekwenza ukuthi kube khona ukuthuka?
As you know, as a performer and an artist, you always have to have those nerves. If you don't have the nerves, then it's not the right thing that you're doing. Yes.
So you hopefully sithemba ukuthi lama nerves wakho will play, in a positive way ukuthi bakuphusha ukuthi ukwazi ukupitcha kahle.
Definitely.
All right. Ama-judges wethu mathathu akulindile ngalena. In terms of your pitch yakho, do you think you've done enough preparation that will make sure ukuthi ama-judges wethu sile into ofuna ukukhuluma ngayo sikubona ngena kwisigaba esilandelayo.
I think I have done enough. I hope they will be able to understand clearly what I'm putting across to them.
You know what? You've said a lot. Hopefully le nto usuyishilo uma uyipitcha ngale the judges will also get the picture and ipitcha yakho ikambele kahle ne.
I hope so. Thank you.
All the best this one.
Thank you.
Ngashona khona ntwasa.
Thanthi, welcome back to Making Moves. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
Fantastic. Are you ready to pitch?
I'm ready.
All right, you've got 4 minutes. You're going to be pitching to myself, Palesa and Martine, and then we'll ask you a few points of clarification and questions, and then we'll talk amongst ourselves and tell you what your fate is. Your 4 minutes starts now.
Reve Productions is a company within the hospitality industry focusing on catering services. We deliver those catering services to private sector, government departments, as well as private individual clients. Our menu offerings include the platters, client-specific briefs, build your own menu option, as well as the split price. We service clients such as James Medical Aid Scheme, Intel Corporation, Ingersoll Rand, and Decra Industrial, amongst others. And this is the type of food that we offer. You are able to see the platters and the buffet setup that we do. Now, for our growth plan, we have decided to add on 2 more products to our offering, in the sense that we increase cash flow and daily income into the business. We will do pre-packed lunch deliveries to employees within the clients that we service already, and we've targeted companies that are in the same office parks where we deliver our food. We will do pre-packed fruit baskets that will be incorporated into our clients' wellness programs and that will benefit the employees of the company. We will also refine our marketing strategy to be able to include an online shopping system, as well as through our website and social media platforms. We will also then approach services SETA and food and beverage SETA to be able to get 3 interns that will help enable me to work on the growth of the company, getting more client base instead of working in the business itself. This is the type of packaging that we will do for the food deliveries with the refrigerated vehicle and type of the food basket that we will do. This is 100% biodegradable food, so it's environmentally friendly. For the 50,000 Rand investment, we will spend a part of it for marketing. That's the graphic design work that we have to do and the printing of the brochures that will be distributed to the clients and the employees. And then we will spend a part of it to increase our industrial equipment for the industrial kitchen that we're moving into, as well as the point of sale system that we will be able to take card payments from the clients and customers on site when we do deliveries. And this is the breakdown of the figures for 50,000 Rand. 8,580 will be spent on the marketing and the brochures printing. 37,920 will be spent on the equipment and the packaging of the food. And 3,500 Rand will be spent on the point of sale system. What makes us different is that we deliver our services with exceptional and personalized service. And we do that through healthy food, convenient offering to the clients, through professionalism and timeless manner. And we also we are passionate about serving and meeting and exceeding our clients' expectations while remaining competitive in pricing. And we're also driven by the philosophy we adopted a while back that we identify a young South African willing person from the street, make their weaknesses and poor conditions irrelevant, and produce a conducive environment for them to learn and be good at what they do so that they can reach the highest possible potential. Thank you.
All right, you've got about 30 seconds. Anything to add?
I would just like to motivate that this 50,000 investment will do us good, and it will help to increase our revenue by at least 30 to 50% on the daily food packages and food that we will deliver that will also supplement the catering for meetings that we do for the corporates.
All right, thank you very much. I can see Palesa all over this pitch. like, I can see Palesa all over it. So
she was professional.
So
quality
you listened to your coach, which is helpful and very good. I think she gave you some solid advice. Where do you get this number, increase your revenue or increase your profit by 30 to 40%?
Look, based on our previous year revenue, which is about 320,000, if you take that and you divide the amount of people that we service per meeting, which is not regular, and you take the daily orders that will come through, that will definitely increase by 30 to 50%.
How are you going to win this business? How are you going to get past the gatekeepers, the receptionists, the PAs, the security guards, in order to actually be able to be heard and have access to this market? How are you going to do that?
Firstly, we approach the clients, not necessarily the employees at the beginning. We approach the main companies and we do a sampling of the food so that they be able to taste and know what it is exactly what we are trying to do and how it will benefit their employees if they get on board with it.
Are you starting with the clients that you already have and saying, listen, we already do your catering, we want to add this on as an add-on service for your staff, is that right?
That is exactly what we're doing.
That's where you're starting?
Yes.
Okay. Martine?
Yeah, the 30 to 50% number for me, I know you've tried to clarify to Pepsi. I'd like a little breakdown of how you get to 30 to 50%. And then how will you, with regard to the staff, will they be pre-ordering? And if they are pre-ordering, how does payment get effected, all of those types of stuff?
They will be pre-ordering the food because we will distribute menu for the week, so they are able to know beforehand that this week this is what's going to be on the menu, and they're able to select what they want on which days. There will be an EFT method that we still use. There will be cash on delivery method for payment as well, and now with the point of sale system, it also assists in those that will want to pay with the card, credit card or check card, bank card. For that. And now in terms of 30 to 50% revenue increase, the way we will price the food, right? If, for example, one of our clients, they have 400 employees in the building. And if we are able to service at least 50% of that number, in terms of our pricing strategy, we are able to meet the cost of the food, the labor, as well as generate much more profit than just on ad hoc deliveries that we normally do for just meetings for the corporates and the government department. Okay. Yeah.
Cool. No more questions, because you're just going to ask the kind of questions that make the person that you coach look good.
Yeah. I can't help it if she's a smart, good, intelligent entrepreneur.
I think you're all right. Anyway,
Thank you,
we're going to deliberate amongst ourselves and then call you back. Thank you for a very good presentation.
Okay, thank you. I think the pitch went well. I am impressed that I started off a bit shaky, but towards the end, I managed to get my ground and focus on what I had to pitch.
All right, so Rev, Thanthi's business, what do you guys think? I mean, Palesa, I'll start with you. You're obviously biased. But give us your biased view so we can get it out the way.
I can motivate why I'm definitely for this business. One, she has already got her client base. She's got both public sector and private sector, which is fantastic. She's doing something that she's actually adding to what she's currently doing, and what she's going to be doing now is going to give her a regular cash flow, which is what the business needs. She's smart in that she's using her existing clients to penetrate, which is always a fantastic move, and they're big enough clients that alone would feed her business without even having added new clients. If she can just get these clients already, she's good to go for like a few years.
Madam, Pichil. At some point I thought you were nervous. What was going through your mind?
What was going through my mind was the fact that I should get this right. I should be able to put across clearly the points that I made on the presentation, so that they are able to understand and be able to, when they deliberate, they have all the facts, from the presentation.
But she is selling food, and we've seen, just on this show, we've seen that lots of times.
Yeah.
And it's not hugely unique.
But she's coming with a different angle.
Relax.
How's her angle is different in the sense that she's got existing corporate clients that she's servicing. They have got employees that she wants to talk to directly. Right. So that's her different angle.
Yes.
Okay.
Daily meals.
Listen, I mean, you've got a point. We have seen quite a lot of catering businesses. We've seen a lot of food businesses. And, do you feel like the differentiation is enough?
No, yabona babhizi bayadiscussa ngale move abanye banikina amakhanda and they going in on this page.
Yeah, I see
What do you
that.
think they're talking about kona manje? Is it a yay or nay, or abayizwisisi kahle le ndaba?
Look, it's a bit difficult to tell from the screen because they've got serious faces and they're not exposing anything. But I think I delivered the point across. I think they got the message that, we bring to the show. And I hope that they will make the, the objective and great decision from there.
Yeah.
I think it's a great business.
Yeah.
It's different to the normal caterer.
Correct.
Right?
I think
It's
she has
different to the
done it.
normal person providing the catering. She's got a nutritional aspect to it. She's got a marketing strategy that she wants to assist those clients. And the other thing is, for me, I was just watching and I'm thinking, when I was in corporate and the lunches started coming in for the meetings, you'd be starving.
Yeah.
So, because you're sitting at your desk and you're getting the smell. What better way to grab your audience and say, whatever they're having, you can have for lunch as well.
Precisely.
So it's not just the unfortunate part is you're going to pay for it, the executive's going to, he's getting it. Unfortunate. But, it's that type of thing. So I think it's a brilliant model.
Amachashi zakulindile ke sisi. Shona khona sizwe imphumela yakho.
Thank
All
you.
the best, ne?
Thank you, Abudi.
Okay, siswa.
Thanthi, so an honest assessment of your pitch, how do you think you did?
I started off a bit shaky at the beginning and possibly also at the end when, with the 30 to 50% revenue increase margin. But I think I was able to deliver through the message that I had prepared for you as judges.
And you picked the 30 to 50%, you're like, what's a number? 30 to 50%. And you didn't think we'd call you on it. We did, and you're like, well, Okay, so feedback. I don't know, Martine, do you want to start?
Yeah. So I think that, great business, great presentation. We can see Palesa all over it. So well
No, that's
done.
not fair. It's not fair. It's not fair. It's your work. The reason I'm saying, and Martine is saying, that we saw Palesa is because we could see her inputs, but what's important is that you already had something to work with, and you were teachable. You listened,
Oh, he's
and
taken
then
the words out of my mouth.
turned it into a plan
Yeah.
and a cohesive presentation.
Very
so
good presentation.
I don't think we should give Palesa all the credit for the work that you've done.
Yeah,
okay?
true.
Thank
So
you.
well done on the teachability side. Great business. What I'd like to see you is engaging more deeply with your existing client. Great strategy. I think you just need to put a little bit more work in it, particularly around the marketing of the product to the employees. You have a great opportunity in terms of healthy nutrition, which ties into the duty of the employer to put an employee well-being program in place. So I'd like to see that you go and do a little bit more interaction with the guys on what the employee well-being strategies are, and maybe just look at where you can tie your strategy into that in a deeper model with that.
Okay.
So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're not that special and different. Lots of catering and food businesses. You need to go give that a little bit more thought. I've seen lots of views come through here.
Okay.
So it's not that special and different. Having healthy food, nice food, like we deliver on time, we're at a service focus, lots of people can do that. So, first task, HR, employee wellness, go get some information, figure out how you're going to deal with that. Second task, I'd like to see a plan per company, because each company is different, in terms of how you're going to target their clients. So go do some research, have some interactions, talk to people that you know, stand outside the gate and ask questions if they want, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Find a way per company, because your strategy for each company might be different. You might be able to do pamphlets at the gate as people leave in one company because that's the best possible option. The other one, they might actually let you be on the intranet. So you've got go do your research, come back and present a plan that is specific to each company, that is measurable, that you can set time frames against, and you need to do research in order to do that. And then the last task, third, is your company profile sucks. So can you redo your company profile? Have you got a website?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, redo your website and your company profile.
Okay.
Just make it prettier.
All right.
Yeah, okay.
My feedback?
Yes.
Catering is it's an oversubscribed industry. There's just too many catering companies. But I like what you've done with yours. And you've got results because the clients that you have shows that you've got something good. So this angle, this plan that you have, make it work, because this can really work for you, irrespective of what happens with you and making moves.
Great.
I am so pleased to tell you that you have made it through this round, and we want to see you come back.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Thank you.
Well done.
Well done.
My overall experience at making moves was fantastic. There's a non-monetary value that you get out of being in a show like this. One, you get to, sell to a greater market that will watch the show. You are able to leverage that in terms of getting more clients into the business. So it was fantastic. I am happy. I'm excited.